Welcome back to another live feed. Got one more to go after this one. Doing this 7:30. Here we go. Core Righteous Teachers, Holy Intellect, Profile, Arista Records was album that came out in 1990. This is number 27 on the underrated top 50 underrated classic albums. Hip hop history. Got number 27, man. I had to put them at number 27. 1990 was obviously a great year in hip hop, especially if you was a pro black artist that was doing pro black stuff, talking about black nationalism like Public Enemy, X Clan, and Brand Nubian. That was commonplace in hip hop in 1990. Then here comes the Poor Righteous Teachers from Trenton, New Jersey. The group was consisted of Wise Intelligent, Culture Freedom, the late Father Shahid. PRT was inspired by the teachings of the Nation of Gods and Earths to record their first album, Holy Intellect, released on March 13th, 1990. The production of the album was done by Tony D. The album had 12 songs on the album. The lead off single that became their best song of their career was Rock This Funky Joint, which became a hip hop classic. The song reached number 4 on the Hot Rap Singles chart. Holy Intellect as a whole reached number 17 on the top R&B hip hop charts. The second single off the album was the title track, which reached number 16 on the Hot Rap Singles chart. The other song that stood out was a song about a woman named Shakira. Holy Intellect was a great debut from the crew from the Garden State. Expand on why this is an underrated classic album. Obviously, the 5% Nation of Islam teachings was part of what they were about. Lyrical dexterity, raw reggae ting, production remains criminally overlooked by the mainstream man because it was so overshadowed by the bigger commercial acts at the time. Its heavily philosophical Afrocentric focus. Lyrical prowess, the lead MC, Wise Intelligent, is widely revered as one of the most technical, creative wordsmiths of the era, packing his verses with rapid fire, reggae influenced cadences, and razor sharp social political commentary. Tony D, as a producer, crafted raw, stripped down East Coast sound, utilizing um, heavy drums and soulful samples. The conscious shift, they bucked the trends. The early 90s gangster rap, early intellect, acted as Afrocentric alternative focused on self empowerment, philosophies of gods and the earth, education, stuff like that. Then why it was overlooked because the commercial void, while the hit single Rock This Funky Joint earned them a dedicated fan base and critical acclaim, the album's unapologetically dense, knowledge heavy themes prevented them from hitting the massive commercial numbers of New York contemporaries like a Tribe Called Quest, Public Enemy, Wu Tang Clan, people like that. Also, geographically, there was some bias probably. Hailing from Trenton, New Jersey, probably held them back from the success that they could have had. They missed out on the heavy industry machinery and major label muscle concentrated in nearby New York City, which heavily dictated who got mainstream radio play and historical preservation in the 90s. So that's one of the reasons probably it's overlooked, this album. Warwick's Teachers, Holy Intellect album. So changing sonic trends as the mid 90s rolled in, the stylistic focus on East Coast hip hop shifted heavily back to grimy mafioso street level narratives, and PRT's righteous spiritual community driven themes fell out of favor with mass market listeners, which is true. It definitely changed everything once the mid 90s came about. It wasn't no longer about being uplifting and political and Afrocentric. So I left the album as an underground gem rather than a household name. But thanks for 7 people tuning in. Appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel whenever you get a chance. Got 10 more minutes. We'll do one more live feed in 10 minutes. Then that'll be it for the day. We'll continue on this countdown tomorrow. So that's it, man. That's it for tomorrow. I mean, for the day. For the day, like I said, I got one more to go. Was these countdown of the underrated classic albums. I'll be in number 26 in a few minutes, about 10 minutes. That'll be it for the day. So until then, talk to you soon.